sunrise, blue sky, an atmosphere. We've got an atmosphere.
Gravity is increasing, Paul. By the time we go into orbit, it will be almost the same as Earth's.
Kano, has computer analyzed my data yet? Computer's telling us nice stories today.
Computer never
Tell story. John? So far, so good. Of course, I can only test for elements that we know and can identify. There may be some things that our instruments don't register.
What about ultraviolet? That was your main concern.
The atmosphere begins to thin off rapidly at 20,000. Now, on Earth, that would hardly be enough to act as a filter. But here, I think we're going to be all right.
But the final test is to breathe it, right?
And live in it.
Attention, everyone. Dr. Russell is satisfied, as far as she can tell from processed data, that the atmosphere out there is breathable and safe. Now, what I'd like now are 2 volunteers to go out there and make sure. Sandra, Paul. Now, I want you to remember that this is the final stage of a scientific program. It's not a joyride. However, Kano, along with everything else, I'd like you to run a constant check on their joy levels.
Confirm airlock pressure equalized with atmosphere.
Confirmed, Paul. You're clear to move out now. You're now breathing more air than oxygen, and the pressures inside and outside your suits are equal. How do you feel?
I feel fine.
My pulse rate is increasing.
Yes, I'm monitoring that. Chalk that up to the excitement.
Smells very good.
Like what?
Like country air.
We're going to have to worry about sitting in drafts.
Well, we've simply exchanged one set of problems for another.
I'm having trouble calculating our seasonal variations, but just instinctively, I'd say it was spring.
Away from Alpha. Away from sensors, monitors, and computers. We have done the longest tour of duty ever. We deserve a break.
Not exactly home.
I am happy with anything that gets me out of Alpha.
It makes you look at things in a different light.
Sunlight?
No, more than that. If this is the end of one life, we have to start to build a new one. To live like human beings again.
Do you know which earthly sound I miss most in the silence of space?
Birdsong? In there, cooped up, there are thoughts we just can't allow ourselves to think.
If we go into orbit, this old moon could become our new Earth. We could settle and build outside Alpha. We could fertilize the lunar dust and raise crops.
All we need is a rainfall.
Oh, we can make that. Yeah, here's rotten with humidity. All we've got to do is to start the cycle, sowing cloud-forming crystals in the sky.
Victor, it took 25 years to reclaim the Sahara Desert. Right out there is a planet that already supports some kind of civilization. I think our priority has to be to establish whether it can or will support us.
The cycle's begun! The Sea of Tranquility will become a genuine sea.
All those craters will fill up and become circular lakes. Oh, John, it's going to be a beautiful new world.
Wait a minute. How long will it take?
How hard will it rain?
Victor, those circular lakes will look wonderful. But Alpha is built in a crater. And if it rains as hard as you hope it will, right at the bottom of one of those lakes will be moon base Alpha. This expedition will be under the overall command of Dr. Russell. Our brief is straightforward. We've been combing the universe, searching for a new Earth. And now, suddenly, thanks to our mysterious